say thanks to everybody. Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I want you guys to put on your thinking caps. Kim, can you show those statistics? I really wanted us to understand why the need for getting into some very fundamental mathematics skills with kids. And the problem is that, their numbers, or I should say, when I say their numbers, our numbers
Yeah.
are really bad when it comes to the rest of society. The first thing is with respect to Philadelphia teachers, we're 23.5% of Black of teachers in the Philadelphia school system. And what is it, 5? You see that number there, folks? Can you see that number? 5%?
Mm-hmm.
It says 5% what?
Black men.
Right. And so the numbers are even worse with Black men in math, Black men teaching math. And so the kids aren't seeing people who look like them. And they certainly aren't seeing that male figure that looks like them, which is a hindrance also. I wanted to get into some more statistics. I'll end with this regarding the statistics. We're really on the lower half of the percentile with respect to our accomplishments in mathematics. We're at 22% in Philadelphia with respect to proficiency. And the state is more than twice that. They're at
The what?
the state of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Their numbers are much better than that overall. But in terms of our kids, we're only achieving at a 22% proficiency level. Anyway, my whole point in all of this is that there's a big time need for fundamentals in math because they can't advance, unless they get down to fundamentals. Anyway, I don't want to belabor that point. So I hope you guys got your thinking caps on, and I want to get started with this, try to have some fun. And so one of the things that I do is I try to engage the kids. And one of the ways that I engage them is through a card game. All right. And it just focuses on math terminology and some fundamental skills in math. That's it. Here's how the game goes. I will say something like, I have 15. Who has this number times 2? Well, the person with 30 would read their card. They would say, I have 30. Who has this number decreased by 20 raised to the second power? Well, the person with 100 would read that card. All right. And so that's how the game goes. Now, what's important is that if you don't hear it, just ask the person to repeat it. Okay. And you just have to respond only if you have that answer, or it ends when gets back to the person who started the game. Everybody okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got the thinking caps on?
I think so.
All right, here we go.
I might need a tutorial.
Only the person responds if you have the answer. And when I say who has that answer, you got to read your card. That's all you got to do.
And the
You don't have
answer
to say,
would
I
be,
got it. Just read your card. And then the next person goes.
but wait a minute, the card, but is the answer the card number?
No, it's not the card number.
Well, what
It's the number in other words, on your card, your card says, I have something.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So you don't have to read card number 1 or card number 2. Just read the rest of what it says after whatever your card number is. Read what's on the card.
To come up with the number.
Let me just give you another example. If I say I have 5.
No, I just was confused on which number on the card you were using as the answer.
The
That's what
answer
I got it
is
now.
after the word I have.
The first number.
I
The
got
first
you.
number on the card is the answer.
Right.
The card number, just make it to scratch that out. Like that's not there.
Yeah.
That was just a way for us to identify the card. So you have to solve the math problem that's on your card.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay, everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, I have 8. Who has this number multiplied by 6?
I don't have that.
Is that me? Oh, that's me. Shit.
Damn, it's stupid.
Okay, I have 45. Who has the number divided by 5?
No, let me start all over.
Larry got to do that.
Let me start all over. I have 8.
8.
Yeah.
Who has this number multiplied by 6?
Oh, 6. I'm sorry. Okay.
8 times 6.
6.
So
8
that'd
times
be
6.
48.
42.
Okay, I'll tell you who has the card. Mr. Russell is one of your cards. 8 times 6
He
is
don't have
what?
his cards out.
I do have my cards right here. What are you talking about?
Well, you looking for them and you got
Because
them
it
right
just
here.
went off the screen.
Hey, this is what the kids do.
Yeah.
So
No, this ain't
don't
what
be
the
alarmed.
kids doing. Hold up.
8 times 6 is,
8 times 6
and
is
your
48.
card will start with that number.
Oh, sure enough. I told him wrong. That's my problem.
You ought to have the number that's 8 times 6.
Right there. Read that. Just read it. Read it.
48.
Read
No,
it.
I
Read
have.
Okay, read the card.
Oh,
Read
it
the
says
Read
I
it.
have 48. Who
Right.
has this number divided by 4?
Right.
Okay.
Now we getting somewhere.
Okay.
Now I'm understanding a little better. Cause see, I done divided this. I done solve this here multiple. This here problem.
So I have 12.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who has this number increased by 8?
I do.
Well, you gotta answer the
You
question.
gotta read.
Okay, I have 20. Who has this number divided by 2? I got you now.
10. I have 10. Who has this number squared?
10 squared. That's 100.
Try not to holler the answer out, please. Unless you have the card.
No. I got you.
Then maybe that was one of George's cards.
Yeah, I have 10. Who has this number squared?
It
Okay.
might be George's.
So George, this is George's card. I have 100. Who has this number divided by 25, then raised to the second power?
Lord have mercy.
25.
25.
I have 100. Who has this number divided by 25, then raised to the second power?
4.
Oh, I have 16. Who has the number decreased by 4?
Very good, Dad.
No, I have 16. Who has the number increased by 4, then divided by 5?
Decreased by 5.
Decreased by 5.
Right.
I'll say it again. I have 16. Who has the number increased by 4, then decreased by 5?
11. I have 3. Who has this number times 7? Isn't that correct?
No, that was
No.
That wasn't me?
no.
No.
I have what Ms. Deb just read. I have 15. Who
15.
has this number times 3? 15 times 3.
I have 45. Who has the number divided by 5?
I have 9. I have 9.
Mhm.
Who has 1/3 of this number?
I don't have 3. Oh, I have 3. Who has this number times 7?
Very
I
good.
have 21 who has this number decreased by 4, then multiplied by 2.
Okay, that's one of George's. I have 50. Who has this number divided by 25? And then that's me. I have 2. Who has
Mhm.
this number raised to the 3rd power?
And that would be me. And
Okay.
since I started out with 8, that's when the game is over.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And
But
that
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
that is
exercise.
good.
but you kind of see the flow. The flow is that, it's mental math. You don't use paper and pencil. You got to listen. It's math terminology. And it's also a little bit of algebra, snuck in there. And all of that is part of the math core curriculum. And so, this also gets the kids going, gets their blood flowing real early. And it's really only about 5 to 8 minutes into the class. And I sometimes have games, since it's 14 cards, I'll have 7 of them on one side, 7 of them on the other. And I give them 30 seconds to answer. And if they can't respond, of course, it's a little demerit. But, it's fun when they're competing with one another. But it's also gives them an opportunity to learn some mathematics through listening to math
Mhm.
terminology. Okay?
Sharpen your skills. Yeah, there you
Man,
go.
that was great.
Thank you.
That is good.
All right.
Took us right back.
We got another one. And this
I don't have
game,
no cards for that one.
no, you don't need cards, but I will be calling on you now. Pastor McCullough,
Yes, sir.
Debbie,
Yes.
and Russ.
Yes,
This
sir.
game is called NIM. And you start out with 25, and you can
Uh-huh.
only use numbers from 1 to 5.
Uh-huh.
You can only use numbers from 1 to 5. And what I will do is I will keep subtracting. Every time you pick a number, I'll keep subtracting all the way down to 1. Are you with me?
Uh-huh.
Just say that one more time.
All right. You can only use numbers from 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Start with 25, but you can only use numbers from 1 to 5, and you keep subtracting. Now, here's the deal. If you leave me with 1, the number 1, if you leave me with 1 at the end,
Yes.
here's what I'm going to do. I am going to pay for Pastor McCullough's monthly fee. I'll pay for Miss McCullough and also Russell's for this
Russell's
month.
already paid. You gotta go to Kim.
That's right.
Well, Kim, she got the lead. I done been through this before. So it's really on you 3 who, I'll take care of her anyway. Nevertheless, so numbers 1 to 5, you can only pick 1 to 5. If you leave me with 1, all right, and you
I'll pay
gotta,
my dues for the month.
you got your dues paid for the month. Now, if I leave you with 1, it's just game over. That's all. Okay?
I ain't got to pay your dues.
Now, I got mine.
Okay.
Can you use the same number over and over? Can you have to use a different number every time?
No, you can use whatever numbers you want as long as it's numbers from 1 to 5. Okay?
Okay.
You with me?
I guess.
All right. Well, here's like, for example, we'll start off, I say, 2. I'll take 2 away from 25, which is 23, and then we'll keep going down and down until we get to 1. All right? You with me?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'll say it again. If we start out with 25, say minus, I'll call on one of you can tell me, it doesn't matter who. You give me a number, I'll subtract that. Then it'll be my turn. I'll pick a number. You understand?
Oh, okay.
And then we'll
Okay.
subtract. And then you pick a number. And then I pick a number, but we keep going down until we get to 1.
Yeah.
Now, if you leave with 1, you got your dues paid for the month. But since yours is already paid, we'll work out something else. All right?
Okay.
All right, I hear Debbie. What about Russell? Pastor, you okay?
I got it.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
I
Yep.
heard you loud and
All
clear.
right. Let's just do a run through. All right?
Okay.
All right. Let's say I pick 1.
Uh-huh.
Well, 1 from 25 is 24. Pick a number.
Mhm. Okay.
Pick
3.
a number.
3.
All right. All right. 24 minus 3 is
2.
21. I'll pick 2. That's 19. You pick a number. Anybody?
4.
4.
All right. 4 from 19 is 15. I'll pick 2. That leaves us with 13. You pick a number.
6.
3.
You can only do 1 to 5.
3.
All right. That's 10. You know what? I'm gonna pick 3. That's 7.
Wait a minute. You picking 3?
Yes.
So you have 7 left. What about 5?
I don't like 5. I
You
don't like 5.
No.
I like 1.
How about
Uh-huh.
would you say
Guys
1?
okay with 1?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pick 5. So
So how many you got left?
I left you guys with 1.
What you
All
got
right.
left over there? What's the
So
balance?
you won.
It's only 1.
this is quite
Yeah,
factual.
because he picked 5. I
Right.
was going to say 4.
Well, you gotta leave the person with
Trying
1.
to leave him.
You gotta leave the person with 1.
Okay, because if we say 1, then it's over. And he has nothing.
So numbers need to be strategically picked.
Right.
Well, that's true. That's true, but the key is to determine what's going on. And I know it's not easy to see. And so therefore, we'll try another game. All right?
We're gonna do it again?
Yep, one more time.
All right.
All right, we'll start with 25. All right.
All
Since
of
I
us
got
are saying the number,
guys
or
go
one person
first.
saying the
Guys
number.
go first this time.
How are we picking these numbers? Let's go. Let's talk about that.
All right, 4. Well, 4 from 25 is 21. I'll pick 2. That's 19. Your turn.
You get to pick after we pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So whose
But
turn
I'm
is
saying
it?
all of us
It's
are
your
doing the number,
turn.
but one person's doing the number. Because you can't be strategic when you got everybody picking the number, because
Yeah, everybody don't have the
well,
same
I tell you
agenda.
what. You guys want to collaborate?
no, I'm saying if you collaborate, it makes it harder because you
Well-
can't, because
well-
you can't, huh?
But you won't get everyone participating.
Oh, so
You understand?
it's still to be participation. That's the question I had. Is it an individual thing or is it a group?
It's a collective. It's a collective
Oh, it's a collective. Okay.
participation.
Well,
See, I would normally have my kids, they would be huddling
but
up.
then you have unfair advantage then.
No, I don't. But listen,
Yeah, you do.
only thing you got to worry about is leaving me with 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I'll
you
pick
know, when you have
5.
many minds, you can't. I can't know what Kim is going to do, and I can't know what
Well, guess
he's
what?
going to do. I
Guess
know
what?
what I
I
would
tell
do
you
to
what.
get you to
I
that
tell you
one.
what,
What?
that's fair. That's fair, Deb. So why don't we do this? if one person hollers out a number, you all have to agree. If you don't agree, pick a number that you can agree on.
Okay.
Okay, I picked 5.
Everybody
Where
okay
we
with that?
at?
Where
Where
are
we
we?
at?
Where are we?
We're at 19.
19.
Okay. And we at, okay, she said 5?
Yep. But
Okay.
you don't have to agree with that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
sure?
we good.
Yeah.
I
Are
don't
you
like it.
positive?
I don't like it, but okay.
What you don't like?
Because it leaves us with 14. I just don't like 14 right now. But
All
okay,
right.
go ahead. We got
You
Well,
don't
time to
like,
get
wait,
it.
whoa, back up.
Well, you
Now.
want to
Hold
pick
up,
4?
hold up. Let's change that number then.
All right. Well,
I'm
fine.
just one person. I'm just one
I
person.
know.
That's okay. Listen, don't matter to
You got a
me.
boy.
Just
Okay.
come up with a number that you all can agree on.
If we all gonna agree on that number now, we got 2 more people sitting down.
Well, listen, I got all day.
I know you do, but
So
we ain't
change the number to 4.
All right, everybody okay with that?
Yes.
boys.
Are
That's
you sure?
fine.
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yeah.
All right, so
We
4
got
from
it.
19 is 15.
Yeah.
15.
All right, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You got to count a
I'm
number.
picking 2.
Say what now?
I'm picking 2.
2?
Yeah. Your turn.
Go ahead.
1.
You guys okay with that?
I
Yes.
don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like 1? All right. Well, let's
I'm
get
just trying
another
to
one.
think, man.
Then. We all in it together.
I like 1.
Are you
Okay.
sure? One going what?
You sure now?
Yeah, I'm sure. I like 1.
Okay.
Hold on, let me fix my thing here. Give me a second.
Y'all could not have put this like you could have been writing on the a Google Doc or something, man. You could have done put a
On the
blank,
screen.
yeah, on the
All right, so
screen.
you guys pick 1, right?
Yes.
All right.
What they're leaving with.
Well, I'm gonna pick. Well, you're leaving up to 12. I'm gonna pick 5.
Wait a minute. The 1 left us
Okay.
with what?
It was 11, so now we're down to.
No. You pick 1 from 13.
No.
We're at what number? We're at 6
Okay,
now, right?
yeah, we're at 15.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
we're
pick
at
1.
7. We're at 7.
Right, we're at 7. And I picked 5 from 12. So now it's your turn.
Okay.
I got lost then. 5 from 12.
Yeah,
Hold on a minute. Let me think.
take the time. And hurry up.
And we're at 7.
Yeah.
We're at 7, right?
We're at
Right.
7. 2.
You sure?
No, they're 1. 1.
1. Yeah,
Are
1.
you
One
certain?
to get you down.
No, because if we say 1, that's going to take us to 6.
Yes. And he has to pick a
and then
number.
he's going to say 5. And then
Oh,
we
wow,
have
Jack.
to
I
say
wasn't going
1.
to do that, but I'm glad you told me.
Yeah. She done figured that out.
Yeah, but we'll be at 1, wouldn't we?
No, we'll be at 1. We
You're
have to.
gonna leave it on him to close the door.
Yeah. Because he gets to say the next number.
What's the number we need?
Well,
that
it
we got
doesn't-
to get on?
We're at
Doesn't
7.
matter. Doesn't matter who says the last number, as long as we end up at 1. Or we have to say the last number.
No,
Is that a question for me?
That's a question, yes.
Can you repeat that, please?
Doesn't matter whether you say the last number or we say the last number if we're at 1.
Well, first of all, you're at 7.
We're at
You have to
7.
make a decision on what number you want.
We're at
It's your
7.
turn.
It goes.
I understand that. But if we get to 1, doesn't matter that we say it to get to 1 or you say it to get to 1.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay. There it is,
So you're
Dan.
gonna say 6. I
So
mean,
we
It's
gonna
not
say
good
1.
enough.
1.
We're gonna say 1.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
I understand. That's why you'll see.
All right. Well, 1 from 7 is 6.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna say 5.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
See, 5 did it. Should have been 2, probably.
6 minus 5 is 1.
Yeah, but we have the one. We have to say a
No,
number.
I left
your-
you with 1.
What's your number you're gonna say? You're
We-
just gonna
we-
say 1. And
The
he's not
object
gonna
of
have
the
anything.
game, the object of the game
It's
is
for
to be
him
left
to
with
have.
1.
1.
Is to be left with 1.
No, it's for
The
Larry
object
to
of the
be left with
game.
1. Right now, we're left with 1.
Right, and that's the object of the game, is to leave the other
With
opponent
1.
1.
We
No,
win,
but we're
Dan.
not leaving him with 1.
What is it?
If
6
we
minus-
take the 1, that leaves him with 0.
No, we ain't got to take nothing else. It's already at 1. The game is over. It's at 1.
Right,
The game is over.
No,
right.
it's
So I
over.
left you guys with
Right to
1.
left.
Don't you understand? I left you guys with 1.
So you win.
Right,
So you win again.
right.
So we can't win.
Well, you can, but you know, you
can.
just have to
You
find
know
a way
what-
to
right
do it.
numbers
You know what? Here's the key. He's starting at 20. If you start at 24 and he starts at 25, you will leave with him with 1. But he's betting that all the kids will start at 25 with him. I started at 24.
But that's
how
not
come when it got to
game.
the end, I knew how many what number to say.
You changing the rules though.
Hey,
Right.
what can I say? He didn't say I couldn't. I didn't change his rules. I changed my rules.
It's not your game. It ain't your game, Dan.
I don't know. The kids are leaving with 1. I gotta figure out how to leave him with 1. But I
Listen.
can't leave him with 1 if we start at the same place and he has control.
I
Look,
think we have to be
Control.
selective. I think we have to be selective with our numbers picked.
You do.
all right.
That's why it's hard to do it with multiple people.
Well, listen, the name of the game is the lead the team with 1. Now, whenever any of you
Dude, I love that.
feel as though you're lucky, let me know. And I mean, you know, want to play the
There's a
game.
method
let
to the
me know.
madness, Larry. We just
No,
don't have a
man,
method.
Larry, do this
Anyway,
one more. Let's do
Listen,
this one more time. Come on, man.
are you sure?
You can't be doing that. We're gonna figure this out one more time. We got to do
All right, and
this.
that's good. I like that, Pastor. I like that.
Okay, so Pastor's gonna pick all the numbers then, right?
No,
Well,
I'm gonna let
that's
y'all pick
Deb
some numbers.
and Russell.
We're gonna pick them, but we're gonna pick
All right.
the right ones though.
All right, we start
That
with
system,
25.
man. We can come out of there. We can come out of there with that one.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good.
We're gonna figure it out, Larry. Go ahead.
Okay, and you can huddle up. You can
We ain't gotta
decide.
huddle. We
You
just
know.
gonna say yeah or nay.
Okay, all right. So what you want to start with?
What number?
Oh, good. What's the
Go
number?
ahead. Go ahead. Cause Val, go ahead. You go ahead.
5.
What number? 5?
All right. Everybody okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down.
That's
there.
20. Now, I'm going to pick 1.
It's 19.
That's 19. Your turn.
3.
Everybody okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
That
You
seems
all right, Val?
shaky. That seems a little shaky.
That's 16. I'm going to pick 3.
Uh-huh.
That's 13. Your turn.
Who wants to say?
Try 2.
2.
Pastor, you good with that?
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
2 from 13 is 11. I'm going to pick 4. which leaves us with 7. Your turn.
Wait a minute, easy. 7.
We're at
One.
7.
Have you guys been there before?
Yeah, we've been here before.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been here before, Deb.
Yeah,
One.
yep.
1.
No, it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, it does. That's good one.
The game is over. We just lost again, y'all.
No, wait a minute. No, if we said 1, we're at 7. We said 1.
No.
We said 1. What did Larry say?
Well, I haven't said anything yet. Do you guys say 1?
He's gonna say 5, Deb,
No,
and it's gonna
not
be over.
necessarily. Not necessarily. Well,
What you mean, huh? He's gonna say 5, Deb.
How many
yeah, but
numbers?
if he says,
How
oh
many
yeah,
numbers?
that's right. You're
How many
right.
numbers left?
That's right.
We
What's
just
up?
did this, Deb. You said it
Yeah,
last
you're
time.
right. Yep.
Yo,
All right.
flip the page, man. Start
So-
over again, man. We gotta get this.
But we can't do this all night. But the deal is though,
To do.
you must be the person with 1. Now, out of the several games that we've played, can you detect any pattern? Because that's what this is. It's a pattern. And when you look at the core math curriculum, patterns is in it. Patterns is part of the core curriculum. Okay? Now, since you are my group, and Kim, I'm going to ask, can you cut the recording off for a second? Kim.
I'm here. 1 second. Cut the recording.
I will share with them board and everything. They're pretty excited about it. Anyway, we're going to move on, and we got one more game if Pastor, just going to take a few minutes, okay? Russ, Deb, Pastor, Kim, you with me?
Good. Mhm.
Okay. This last game is a game that, of course, I invented. Gainey's Math Box game. Okay. Now, this game, this is its actual size. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And if you notice, I have them behind me. When I go into the schools and present, I literally hang them up in the class. But let me just show you on a smaller version. So it's easier to explain, okay? I'm going to have the video explain it to you, but I just want to give you a ballpark area of what the game is about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
See this?
Yes.
Okay, you start out with 1, all right? And you got to go all the way around the board game, get to 21 and back to 1. But you're going to be using your tops, and you're going to be hitting your opponent along the way if you can. But you'll shoot by flicking, flicking the top from one number to the other. But in between, you can also, hit someone along the way. So if I hit somebody, that counts for 1 point. All right. There's something that we call spanning. That's 2 points. And during the video, they're going to explain that.
Okay.
This right here is called the cooler. This is like jail. You don't want to go into the cooler. You go into the cooler, you can't get out until someone knocks you out. All right. Now,
Only one person could be in the cooler at a time.
no. Many
So how
people.
do you get knocked out?
Well, depending on the number that you're playing with, you're playing with 4 people and 2 people are in that cooler. Well, you gotta wait for one of them to knock you out. And sometimes they wait to
How do
very
you get knocked out?
to do that. So anyway, spanning will be 2 points, and the video is going to show you how that's done. Knocking someone inside the cooler is 5 points. Knocking someone outside the cooler is 7 points. Anyway, the video is going to explain all of that. But the deal is you're competing with your opponent. Normally no more than 4 people play. And whoever gets to 1, back to 1, wins the game. So it's 1 to 21, back to 1. All right? And you have obstacles in the way, but the video is going to explain all of that. Do you have any questions? Let me know at the end, okay?
Okay.
All right. Kim?
Okay.
You guys got to tune into the video, please.
Oop. Tune into, oh.
Kim, is it coming on?
Oh, I hope this is now, it's being blocked.
The video is being blocked?
Access to it.
Yeah, because, oh, man. The job thing, they just started.
Well, can
I can send this to Pastor McCullough and then he can share his screen.
okay. You guys be patient with me on that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because the video is
I'm
less than 5.
I'm gonna put it in the chat box.
Put it in the chat box. I can go grab it.
All right.
So Larry, do any of these games have names?
Yes, this is called Gainey's Math Box Game.
This
Gainey's
one
Math
is
Game. It's actually on my website, and actually, believe it or not, the link of it should be
It's
on Metro.
on our site. It is.
Okay, and what about the other ones?
No, the other ones are not.
Okay.
The other ones are not. Those are just, when we decide to go into the schools.
You should put them on there too, Larry.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Russ.
You should put them on there too.
And name them. I
And
mean,
have
did you develop them, or these are just
Well,
teaching?
no. The card game I did develop, but that's something fairly easy. NIM is an actual game that has already been out, and there's many more.
Okay.
But the whole key is to engage those students, because if you don't engage them, you lose them. So, and this is another one too. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Pastor. Can you hit that?
Give me 1 minute. Okay.
Just hit that play button.
Oh, I gotta go get it again.
Spirit free.
As Pastor is getting that in order, I'm telling you, especially in mathematics, if you can incorporate fun in learning, it really helps kids out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It helps out with attendance, because they look forward to coming to school, to engage in those games.
Right.
And of course, it helps them out fundamentally in mathematics, because, it covers a lot of, math, even though it's on a fundamental level.
I find.
Go ahead, Ted.
No, can you still hear us?
Loud and clear.
What I found in my experience with science and math is that a lot of the blocking is not the kids per se. A lot of the blocking is the parents, because the parents feel like those subjects are too hard and too hard for
Mm.
their children. I have heard parents verbalize that.
Yeah.
And so the children, even,
They're running duck for cover.
yeah, especially when
Well-
parents, a parent is verbally saying something that's hard, that puts up a roadblock for kids, even if
Yeah.
it's something they like.
Yeah, that's that could be a little challenging, but in terms of fundamental skills, these kids need it, you know?
Oh, I understand that, but I'm just saying, I think that one of the reasons why we are so behind is that for whatever reason, Black parents they just shy away from math and sciences.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's not
And
something
that-
they encourage.
that-
It's not
and-
something they encourage their children to get into.
Yeah, and I think that is why you need teachers who are going to inject fun and learning. Also, teach them the history of mathematics because it derived from your darker hue nations. The Hindus, the Egyptians, and so forth. They need to know that. And sometimes just knowing stuff like that gives them inspiration. But anyway, Pastor, you ready?
Ready when y'all are.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hey, my name is Larry Gainey. We have a game here called Gainey's Math Box Game. Okay? You have your box that the game is in, and you also have your rules, which I will explain in a second. All right? You take the game out of the box, unfold it, and you also have your caps that you're going to need in order to play the game.
How far you want to get done?
All right, let's say you have about 4 people. Okay?
Yeah.
And each person will start on 1. You have to establish yourself and the people who are playing, who's going to go first, who's going to go second, who's going to go third, fourth, and so on. The object of the game is to start on 1, go around in sequence, not only to 21, but back to 1. All right, again, go around in sequence to 21 and back to 1, but you're going to run into some obstacles, and part of that obstacle is what we call the cooler. If you're laying inside that cooler, you cannot proceed until someone knocks you out. All right, you see I have here in these aquatic figures here, +1, -1, +1, -2. If you shoot and land inside there, then of course in this case, you'll add 1 point. And in this case, you'll lose a point. In this case, you'll lose 2 points. Okay, so you want to try to avoid certain places on the box. All right, or on the game board. Nevertheless, each person will start on 1 and will shoot for 2. You must establish yourself into 2 before you can hit anyone along the way. So, for example, if there's 4 people playing, 1 shoots for 2, most people are going to miss and they're going to need a second turn. Now notice that I actually hit this person here, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because I haven't gotten to 2 yet. All right? You keep shooting until you get into 2. All right? Sometimes you can hunch. Keep playing until you get yourself into 2. Now, let's say I establish myself into 2. So, we have something that we call spanning. Spanning is when you establish yourself inside the box and you put your finger on your cap and their cap, and you also tap them and hit them. Well, that is worth 2 points. Well, 2 and 2 is 4. I'll go to 4 and I can shoot for 5. But I also have the option of hitting someone here. Why? Because I've already established myself into 2. Now, again, I could shoot for 5, or I could try to hit one of these persons here. And then I would automatically go to 5. For example, let's suppose that I try to hit someone here and I missed. Well, then the next person will go and try to establish themselves into 2. And the sequence keeps going. Now, just for an example, suppose that you have a situation where someone's here and it's your turn and you hit a person, and let's suppose that this person is hit inside that cooler. Well, the person who is hit inside that cooler must stay inside that cooler until someone knocks them out. The person who hit the person inside the cooler is worth 5 points. Now, if along the way you find yourself hitting someone outside the cooler, that is worth 7 points. All right? So again, you're going from 1 to 21 and back to 1 in sequence. But you can get 2 by spanning, 5 by hitting someone inside the cooler, 7 by hitting someone outside the cooler accordingly. Again, object of the game is to get to 21 and back to 1. So everyone is shooting for 2. Go for it.
No, bro, get on my phone. Who hit you up? You guys should try to start.
Okay, all right, so now, what happened?
I'm not saying it's your
Okay, that's cute.
Okay.
So like when you say back to 21, are you saying you add up to 21 and then you subtract back down to 1?
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So in other words, if you are at 3, you hit somebody in that cooler, that's 5, and now you're at 8. And sometimes the confusion, Deb, though, is like, say I'm on 18 and you hit somebody, let's say you hit somebody in outside the cooler. Well, that's 7 points. And
Right.
so now you got to add 18 and 7, but the game only goes up to 21. Then you got to count backwards or subtract, 4 from 21. And that's where the mathematics, gets a little bit of critical thinking coming in there.
Okay.
So anyway, the whole point, though, is for them to be engaged and to, incorporate some math while they're having fun in the process. So,
Right.
but the kids love that game, kids love it.
Okay.
Adults too.
Right, and it does too
Yeah,
sometimes.
it looks cute. And I mean, it looks like it's fun.
Yeah, now Russ Scruggs,
Yeah.
you remember Dead Block back in the day? Tops?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is a derivative of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it, people. Those are the 3 games, and these are some things that I hope down the road, once we get into the rec centers, the schools, and community centers. This is what we can. We'll have a tool that we can go and try to help these kids with.
Mhm.
And it's actually in 2 rec centers now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. man.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I got, a rec center here, a couple schools, one in New Jersey, so, but I haven't really gone gung ho on the advertisement piece and getting it out there. But these things are beneficial to kids, though.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys, we're cool with the 3.
I think to Deb's point, about parents, not being mathematically inclined, sometimes steer away from this. I think this creative thinking, man, outside the box, man, making it fun is going to allow kids to become engaged and want to be more engaged, and even parents more engaged. Because you can play this at home with the family. I mean,
Right.
especially those other games, the card games, man, can be played as a family game.
Yeah.
I just thought, man, I need that card game, man. I like playing games with my grandkids. So, and then if they can be thinking while we're playing, and engage in learning while we're playing the game, man, I think it just makes it all that much more fun.
Yeah.
Well, what I did with those, Pastor, is
I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. Is that all right, y'all? We got this. We still need to look at this.
No,
no.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Kim. come over there.
Okay.
Well, see, Val, your kids, they ain't gonna be one to say they ain't gonna learn something. Or it's too hard.
Oh no, no,
No,
no.
that ain't gonna
No.
happen. That ain't the way. That ain't the way. That ain't
No,
the
we
way
don't
we was
talk
brought
like
up.
that here. No, we don't.